Fucking poor Scott the engineer had to do a GoFundMe page and made 50 grand. And Howard got so embarrassed they demoted him to another floor, and now he's fired.
John, are you still getting residual checks from the TV show Wings?
Yes, I just got one actually. It was $34.
Nice.
How long were you? How many times are you on for?
I only did one guest star. Look,
wow, and they still paying you?
Yeah, I get residuals from the Tonight Show too. The only place I don't get residuals from, the Howard Stern Show.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Those cheap fucks.
I know.
Are you still cool? Are you still cool with Leno?
Oh yeah, he was just on my podcast.
Oh, cool.
Jay's like the coolest fucking guy in the world. Did you ever do the show, Kevin?
No, I loved Leno because I kind of grew up watching him and Letterman on the early Letterman show. So I went to see Leno at Zany's in Chicago in the 80s. I swear to God, I never saw. I was like amazed. I mean, I was already a fan, and I went to see him. I remember. I think I went to the Late Show on the weekend, and he goes, "I'm going to wrap this up," or he intimated that he was wrapping it up, and some woman goes, "Oh, come on!" And he goes, "I've been up here 2 hours," and so I don't know how long he was up there, but I remember it was laugh after laugh after laugh. Like he would do 15, then do a lot of little crowd work, then do another 20, then a little more crowd work, but it was just great joke after great joke. So when people were like, when he got the NBC show, he blah, blah, blah. I'm like, he's fucking great. So I don't care what the fuck, if people didn't like him when he had cause he wasn't as edgy as Dave or whatever, it doesn't matter. He's a great comic. And that's the end of that.
Yeah. And you know what? Honestly, he is probably the nicest guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy, right? He's a good loyal guy.
Put it this way, he had his door open, and if you're an intern, page, writer, producer, sound guy, anybody is allowed to walk in to talk to Jay, and if Jay could help you, he would. Now, here's the juxtaposition. Howard Stern, Scott the engineer, approaches Howard in a hallway to ask him if he can get some money for his dying wife, because she's dying of cancer, and Howard goes, "Scott, you're not allowed to talk to me."
Wow.
After 30 years of loyal service, that's how Howard treats his people.
Wow.
And then Howard has the audacity to fucking say to Ellen, if you're a jerk to your staff, you should own it. Really? What? How about you fucking piece of shit? Fucking poor Scott the engineer had to do a GoFundMe page and made 50 grand. And Howard got so embarrassed they demoted him to another floor, and now he's fired.
And that's just all just happened then, right?
Yeah. And Scott's fired now. And when Scott's wife died, Kevin, this is what a piece of shit that Howard has become. When Scott's wife died, and Scott's worked there for 30 years. Instead of Howard going downstairs and going, "Hey, I'm sorry for your loss," give him a big hug. He sends him an email, 2 sentences. "Beth and I are sorry for your loss. We donated to a cancer charity in your wife's name." That's it.
How about giving Scott the money directly?
I know. I mean, Howard's worth like $1 billion. He can't give Scott 50 grand to help his wife get chemo medication?
Wow, come on. I hate Howard now.
Yeah, I mean, Jay Leno would always get, like, Jay Leno, if there was a staff member who was in a hospital and, like, they need money, whatever, Jay would help everybody out. Anybody, like, on the staff. It's just a different world, going from Howard to Jay.
Wow, I didn't know all this. I knew Howard was kind of weird, but
put it this way.
I don't like Howard anyway because my wife loves him, and I'm like, fuck you. So it's like I resent the fact that my wife's like, and then Howard said so, and also my wife would always tell me like, oh, how, like, I opened for Louis this year when he was doing his comeback tour, and I was one of the 16 people that opened for him, so it wasn't like I was exclusive, but anyway, my wife would always tell me, like, Louis and Howard are friends. I'm like, I bet they're not anymore. Because, you know, because I know Howard's a fucking show business fucking prick. So as soon as Louis not like, you know, not as famous or not whatever as he used to be, Howard's like, yeah, well, I'm not. So my wife's always like telling him, I'm like, they're not friends like that. They're fucking fake show business friends.
You know, you can follow me at Twitter at Stuttering John M, and then my website's stutteringjohnmelendez.com.
All right, thanks.
Melendez, Zumock, not Menendez, you prick.